Hey everyone, and welcome back to week 2 of Chatting in the Country. And I feel like Jake is going to be a permanent part of Chatting in the Country.
It's looking that way, isn't it?
But you want to be?
Yeah, it's scary though, isn't it?
I'm not forcing you though.
Nah, it's...
Just to make that clear to the people.
The first one was fun. I enjoyed it.
So you're going to continue doing it or not?
Yeah.
Today we've got quite a few different things to talk about. I don't feel like that much has happened in country music this week though.
No. What's the big one?
Probably
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, or the Opry 100 kind of saying when they're going to come to London.
Yeah.
Well, they've not actually said it yet, but there's been a pretty big clue, I would say.
Yeah, and it's an absolute stinker. It's just so classic.
Everything that is happening in the UK is happening when we are going to Nashville.
You cancel it if you want.
I don't want to sound ungrateful because I totally understand. It is a big holiday. It's probably like the way we want to do it, like a once in a lifetime holiday.
Yeah.
But I do have FOMO of everyone in the UK.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it's so typical because I said when we booked Nashville, I did say, oh, when we go there, like you see people like videoing their music video on Broadway, or you see like Riley Green in his bar on like a random Tuesday night. And I said, I bet none of that happens.
No, because they're all going to be here.
And no, it actually is kind of looking like none of that's going to happen.
They're all probably going to be here, and we're going to be in their hometown while they're in ours.
Yeah, it's so typical. Fingers crossed it's when we get back. What do you want to start with?
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, that's probably another big one, Morgan Wallen. We didn't actually talk about Saturday night, what's it called?
SNL.
Yeah, we didn't actually talk about SNL last week either.
I actually didn't watch any of it. The only thing I've seen from it was
the clip of him leaving.
Yeah, get me back to God's country or whatever it was.
Well, I feel like that's probably the only bit people really cared about. Other than, I do think when he was performing, they like released some of the song names. Like on a TV screen in the back, it said some of the song names.
Did they?
Yeah.
I've not seen this.
But I've not really seen much about it. I didn't watch the whole thing, to be honest. I just seen him leaving.
Yeah,
and apparently
on his Instagram.
There was like a bit of like, I don't want to say beef, but something happened backstage.
And bro didn't want to be there.
No, and I respect it.
He did not want to be there. He's been told he had to go.
Management made him
do it because he's got a new album coming out. And I respect it.
I have to say, that is me though, leaving. That would be what I would do. I'd be like, right, see you, bye.
See you later. I don't want you to. See you later. Theo Von.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that either last week. I have to confess, I didn't know who he was.
How do you not know who Theo Von is?
I don't know. I just didn't know who he was.
You turned into a Theo Von mega fan for at least an hour.
Yeah, we watched a few after that. We did start watching Morgan Wallen's old one. We watched Ernest's podcast with Morgan Wallen.
Didn't even know he had a podcast.
No, I didn't know Ernest had a podcast. But Morgan Wallen, I feel like he said a few things that have annoyed a few people.
Yeah.
I think the big one is that he doesn't really listen to country music. That has annoyed quite a few people.
Yeah, but I get it.
I respect it.
I don't go to work and then come home and go, oh, do you know what? I well just love CCTV cameras.
You know, I respect it. I quite like that he likes house music.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? He just does what he wants.
One thing that did annoy me about Yvonne though, was when he said he's surprised that there's no DJs that remix country music. Because all I do is scroll down TikTok and see remixes of country music.
You know who.
We're not mentioning him again. Can't be mentioned again.
He's got a fair few remixes though.
Yeah, but we're gonna just have to change the name to...
He knows. If he sees this...
He knows it.
He knows.
But not even him. There is more as well. Scroll down my TikTok all the time.
I never see it.
See them all the time.
We've got very different For You pages.
Mine's just country music. Or just country
music.
Mine's
Mine pretty much all country music now, but you see all like the inside gossip, and I'm just there listening to like new tunes that are coming out, people with their dogs, people going hunting.
The gossip of country music.
Gossip.
A lot of people didn't like how he was kind of a bit dismissive of some of the artists that are either performing with him in his American shows, or like he just didn't really know who they were.
What did he say about Zach Top? He was just like, oh yeah, I've heard of that guy. He's alright, or he's good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of saying how Morgan Wallen isn't perhaps liked by
yeah,
the
but
industry.
bro wasn't liked. I don't think.
And they like back him saying, oh, he should have won this award, he should have won this award, and then he's kind of like, I don't even listen to you, I don't even know who you are.
Bro don't care. When you get to that point.
I honestly have to say it though, I don't think he would care if he wasn't classed as country music.
No.
Like, I genuinely don't think he would care what genre he's under.
I don't even reckon bro would even care if he never made another song again.
Probably not, to be fair. I mean, I hope he does. I hope he does continue making music.
Well, he's obviously gonna.
After this album, but I do feel like he wouldn't care.
What do you think the new album is gonna be?
I think it's gonna be more to your taste than it is to my taste.
Yeah, good, isn't it?
But
then actually, I've seen a few bits where he said, like, obviously he wants to talk about, like, certain things in his life or whatever, but then he still wants there to be bangers. Wait, did he speak about that on the podcast?
I can't remember.
He still wants there to be, like, bangers that you're going to dance to, but it's going to there's going to be a few little depressing ones.
I think my worry is, and it's such a random worry, but like Morgan Wallen's walkout is probably in my top 3 favourite things of my entire life. Like, if I could go back to the first moment I seen that walkout,
that's your
moment that felt like Whose Ears Yell, is Morgan Wallen's walkout. It's top 3 moments of my entire life, I reckon.
Yeah,
so
but
what happened
the OG one.
Yeah, no, when he changed it in Amsterdam, I was going to the toilet and I could hear him coming out, and I started like running so I didn't miss it, and then I was like, wait a minute, this isn't his walkout.
What was
song.
the OG one?
Away Girls.
Oh yeah.
And he does the
lead them right away. Now it's whiskey, whiskey, won't you go?
Well, it's still a banger, but it's just not the same personally. So
he's gonna have a new one.
He's got to have a banger on the album to have another walkout.
Yeah,
he can't stop.
Can't walk out to lies, lies, lies.
Like, to me, that's not gonna have the same.
Nah, but
the same oomph, if you know what I mean.
But now he was talking about having a tune with Big X to plug.
Yeah, but it never happened.
Never happened.
And now Billy Zimmerman's got one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's out the window. He's gonna go someone big time, I reckon.
I reckon there'll be a big time, not country.
It'll be like Morgan Wallen featuring Lil Baby or something. That would actually be sick.
Talking about features, he has confirmed
there's a female artist.
There's a female artist.
Everyone's losing their mind. Has he not had one before?
He's never had a song with a female artist yet. So that's why everyone's losing their mind over it. I have no idea who I think it could be, because he said no one's guessed it. I thought it might have been someone on tour with him in the summer. I thought maybe Ella Langley, but I'm sure plenty of people have guessed that, and he said no one guessed it. So I'm presuming it's not Ella Langley. I do not know the girl's name who he said was also on tour under his management. He said it in the podcast, and he did kind of say it like, I'm going to be honest, he didn't really want her there. Sorry, not want her there, but he didn't really know who she was, and it was like, oh yeah, she's under my management.
Oh yeah, that was a bit peak, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really peak.
Still got shout out though, didn't she?
Yeah. So I'm going to presume it's not her.
No, it's not. I know who it is.
Who?
I spoke to him about it.
Oh yeah?
Give
him a call.
I DM'd him. Obviously we've been chatting a bit.
Oh yeah, he's coming on the pod next week.
Yeah, I can't tell you who it is though.
Some people have been guessing Miley.
Miley Cyrus?
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
I'd be happy. I'd be really happy with that.
Do you know what would be better?
What? Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana.
Yeah, that
would be sick.
And then you'd never guess what. Then he'd have to play Hannah Montana.
Perhaps like Johnny.
Yeah, he'd have to play Hannah Montana. I don't know who it could be. I think that's all that's happened in the world of Morgan Wallen this week.
It's just Morgan Wallen's world.
We're just
living in it.
No, we do have to mention quickly. Last time I was in a pub.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was the
last time I was in a bar.
Bit.
Was when you guys know I was in a bar.
No, it was like, it was public time I was in a bar.
Yeah.
So funny. And it has been a year. I think it was a year on Tuesday or Wednesday.
We didn't even go out drinking for it. Chair enough, innit?
That was terrible. You was going to mention Zach Bryan.
Yeah, soon to be Zach Bryan's world. We are going Hyde Park, and I am buzzing.
I am excited.
Especially when you see the set list.
Stagecoach.
Stagecoach. Sick.
Yeah, no, actually is. I can't believe Something in the Orange is on it. I can't believe how long it took me to figure out the S-I-T-O.
Something in the Orange.
And I have to confess, Wet Hot American Nights.
Oh, yeah.
I always thought it was Red Hot American Nights.
Bro has been out here singing Red Hot American.
I genuinely thought that's what it was. Go and listen to Wet Hot American Nights by Zach Bryan, and when you're in the car and you're not paying attention to it, tell me it doesn't sound like Red Hot American Nights.
It technically probably makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because if it's red hot, but then it's wet.
Wet Hot American Nights.
It's wet and steaming hot.
You know, it makes sense, but...
Nah, red hot makes more sense. But it's just not what it is, so. Who are we to argue? One of the goats.
His set list for Stagecoach is unreal. I wish we was going to Stagecoach.
Yeah. Where is it?
Don't know, somewhere in America.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's on the
America's
lineup.
too big, bruv.
Can you Google who's on the lineup? Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll.
Luke Combs.
Lana Del Rey.
Where is she?
She's up there.
Oh yeah. Nelly.
No way, where's Nelly?
Carly Pierce.
Nelly would be sick.
Is
Bro.
Tyler Hubbard there?
What if Florida Georgia Line come out with Nelly?
That would be
Comeback of the century. That's bigger than Oasis.
Your favourite guy, Scott McCreery's there as well.
Tasha's always like, oh, don't forget we're going to Scott McCreery. I'm like,
who?
When's that? When is that thing? Goo Goo Dolls. When was the last time you heard of anyone mention the Goo Goo Dolls?
Am I meant to know who they are?
You don't know the Goo Goo Dolls? No way. You know this song.
And
That's
that's a banger. I would like to say the reason we're not going to any American festivals this year is because of this one.
Well, it's
here.
not. It's not at all, really.
It is.
It's not.
Sand in my boots, we're not going. Stagecoach, we're not going.
Right, so you remind
CMA
me.
Fest, we're not going.
You remind me when I won the lottery. When did that happen? Exactly, it didn't. We're going to Nashville.
Yeah,
And everyone from Nashville is going to be here, potentially, but
Yeah.
we're still going.
I wanted to go sand in my boots so bad.
I know. We nearly
I was
just
so
done it.
close to just doing it, but we've never been to America before, and we thought maybe Alabama, not knowing what we're doing, where we're going, might be a bit of a stretch.
I'm not looking forward to, like, going to America and going to the airports. People just running about like
Connecting flights.
I gotta connect, and just running past.
Yeah, the
you.
only good thing is we're obviously direct to Nashville.
Yeah, sick innit?
I'm scared to go through the security and customs and that. I find it so scary.
Irish, ain't you?
So scary.
Nah, that'll be alright.
Just is. I don't even like doing it like when we go speeding.
Going to Mexico was a bit rough.
Yeah.
People whipping out like folders and binders with all this paperwork.
And we had no phone service. There was no Wi-Fi in the airport. We didn't even have proof of our hotel. We had nothing other than our passport and my boarding pass.
And then when we got there, everyone was telling us that we was meant to have had this insurance.
Oh yeah, and we was like, we've got nothing. Like we have
We
nothing.
had travel insurance, but we didn't have like.
It was like some sort of not custom tax you were meant to pay.
Yeah.
We had nothing.
We just turned up with our
But there was
shilts
people
and
there with boulders of stuff, but I don't know if they were from maybe different countries and they had to show different stuff because they just let us free.
Don't reckon America's gonna be easier.
No, American's not going to be any easier.
Especially now.
No, we actually need to do our stuff.
If you've been, let us know. Is it hard work? Bro prints boarding passes. when they're
What
on
happens
our phone.
if like the Wi-Fi don't work or something?
It's in your wallet on your phone.
What happens if my phone dies and you got no Wi-Fi?
Your phone will never die. You'll have about 6 portable chargers.
Yeah.
What if you lose them?
Exactly. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
You'll
it
be
is.
the one laughing when I'm waving at you on the other side.
Yeah. Just ring up Donald. Yo, Donny, get me in.
If you do have any recommendations for Nashville, obviously not the obvious ones.
Yeah, and let us know, is it hard work getting in? Especially if you've been recently.
Just like the queues and stuff as well. I had no idea what it would be like now. A lot of people, like, not trying to rub it in, but a lot of people I know from like TikTok and that are going CMA Fest. So quite a few people will be going, so at least they'll be able to let us know.
Yeah. CMA Fest would be unreal.
I know, do you know, I've actually I've decided that I don't know if I'd enjoy it or not. There's too many stages and there's too many people I'd want to see. I feel like I'd end up having like a panic attack halfway through the day.
You're very much at a show, you like to be near the back, have your own space, have a boogie.
Will never catch me at the front.
You know, once I've had a couple of drinks and you can just tell by the look in my eyes that I would easily go and do something reckless right now. Just run to the front and get lost.
I feel bad, one, and two, I don't really like it. That's what I like about Hyde Park. Obviously last year for Morgan Wallen we got Golden Circle.
Yeah.
And this year we got Diamond. I have no idea. Because you're close because you've got that, but you can stand at the back and you're not as like in everyone's way.
Yeah.
But also you're closer than like the general standing. I like that.
Yeah, I do like that. The days of us jumping in the middle of a mosh pit, I think they're gone.
Yeah,
I think we're too old for that.
They're definitely gone. But talking about festivals in America, talk about Jelly Roll. He's obviously on the Stagecoach lineup. He isn't opening for Post Malone in the UK, so we thought, but who knows anymore.
Hey, Bunny, EXO.
I feel like she's got some more explaining today. Someone's got some more explaining today.
I actually rate her though. She makes me crease.
Yeah, no, I love watching her TikToks.
She just don't actually.
She don't care. I don't think
care.
Jelly Roll don't care either though, does he? But let's go back. Post Malone, I was going on about him bringing his American Roadshow, country roadshow tour, whatever you call it, to the UK. I've been banging on about it for over a year now.
Yeah.
I have loved Post Malone. We both have before he was country music. Like, big Post Malone fan. He's brought out a country album.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Absolutely love it. He's obviously, as we mentioned at the beginning, announced it when we're in Nashville.
Everything's just gonna happen when we're in Nashville.
Yeah, everything. This whole podcast is going to be about things that are happening while we're in Nashville, but they're happening in London. But Jelly Roll was not doing the UK date. He was doing all, I believe, fact check, maybe, if you're going to any of the other European tours. I believe he was doing all the other European dates other than London. Everyone thought it was because he couldn't get a visa, because of his past. Wake up, 7 o'clock in the morning, about to go to work, scrolling through TikTok, it pops up. He's outside Buckingham Palace on FaceTime to Bunny. I think he got some sort of like songwriters thing from Oxford. That's why he was here.
Really?
Can you Google it?
Honoured at Oxford University.
Prestigious Global Literacy Award.
Imagine him in Oxford.
Yeah, weird. So apparently that's why he was here. And then Bunny has put in the caption something along the lines of, can't wait to come to London when Jelly Roll's on tour. So then everyone's like, oh my god, Jelly Roll's coming to tour in the UK. And then someone comments and she puts with Posty.
He's not on the actual
poster.
No, he's not on the poster.
It was on his website originally though, but it wasn't on Post Malone, so maybe it was a bit of a visa issue.
They probably just had a bit of technical issues getting him in, but
I do feel bad because I have seen some people on TikTok that listen to Jelly Roll that never bought tickets because he wasn't there.
Flores is opening Post Malone in America.
Yeah, only in America though. America gets all the good openers.
Yeah, that would be...
America and Australia get all the good openers. Luke Combs, Jordan Davis opened for him in Australia.
I was about to say it makes sense in Australia, but it don't. It makes no more sense than it being here.
We're not even going to get Ella Langley for Riley Green.
What?
She's on tour with Morgan Wallen, I think. I have to say, I've not known the openers for many people here, though.
I'll tell you who we do know. He used to open at every show we went to.
Larry Fleet.
Larry Fleet.
You love Larry Fleet.
Yeah, he's sick.
I just, anytime we went anywhere, it was like, oh, who's opening? Larry Fleet.
Yeah, and I'll be like, oh, should we get in, like, go in, like, we'll go see my boy Larry.
You have seen him?
Yeah, loads.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have seen him.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I've been a lot talking about tours.
A lot more factual. Maybe not factual.
If I've said anything and you think, oh my god, I didn't know that, please go and Google it yourself.
Yeah, it's pure waffle. It could be just so wrong.
Talking about tours, I've not actually watched the video. Megan Maroney's tour bus.
It's so sick. It's honestly sick.
You love it.
I watched the whole thing. It was like...
I've seen the old one.
It was like 3 minutes long. I watched the whole thing. She's got a walk-in wardrobe on her bus. Sick. She's got 2 TVs, but she don't have a double bed anymore, a queen bed.
Did she used to?
She used to. She has like, you know, like the classic bunks with like the curtains. She's a bunks because she got weirded out that she had to keep putting her suitcase on her bed. I feel like that would be like you though.
Yeah, that would weird me out, to be fair.
That don't weird me out.
You're obsessed with her tour bus. You mentioned like 3 times this weekend. Have you seen Megan Maroney's tour bus? The only thing I've seen about Megan Maroney's tour bus was when she was on tour last year and it was her birthday. It was in between her tour and she went out in Nashville and the tour bus come and picked her up on Broadway.
Imagine her bringing that to the UK. It's huge.
She wouldn't.
No, but imagine if she could.
Yeah, she's couldn't though.
No, she can. We do not have the roads for that.
Probably know where to park it. it. I was going to say, what do American artists use when they come and tour the UK? But they don't really tour the UK. They normally just go like London and Manchester, or like London and Scotland.
Yeah.
You don't really need a tour bus for that, do you?
Have you ever seen on TikTok that girl who drives the lorry for a band?
No.
Sick. I don't even know what band it was. She drives a lorry, yeah? So she'll start off in
Or like the stage stuff or something.
Yeah, all like the stage. She'll start off in like Spain and then drive to Italy and then over to France. There's like a fleet of them. There's like 5 lorries.
Don't know, I remember everyone seeing Morgan Wallen's lorries in the UK for his stage when he was doing Europe and that, because obviously they drove from like Scotland, Ireland, Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Wherever. I remember people seeing that on the road. I don't know what like Morgan Wallen or any other artists do. Like, do they have a tour bus when they do like the UK and Europe, or do they just get like a plane? Or
They must have a tour bus.
I have no idea.
I could message him.
Oh yeah.
Give him a lift. Oh, imagine that. That'd be sick. Imagine just being the driver.
You must get some good gossip.
You must get well good
Definitely
gossip.
have to sign an NDA.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to know what's going on in the back of one of them buses. You probably don't get to see the shows because you've probably got to go sleep.
Yeah, true actually.
You've got to sleep and then you're just driving while they're all partying or sleeping.
Would be pretty sick though. We need an
Get
in.
me to sand in my boots.
An in, but not too much of an in, so we can still give the gossip.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you're in, you can't give the gossip. We need like a...
Look, if Morgan Wallen commented on this video, I'll drive to Alabama.
Alright. Can we get Morgan Wallen to comment on this video? We'll have 2 spare seats as well.
What, in case he wants to come with?
No, I mean, anyone else wants to hop in?
Oh, yeah.
If Morgan Wallen comments on this video, we'll have 2 spare seats as well.
Yeah, that's sweet.
How do you even drive to America? Well, obviously you get the boat, but is there a boat that does it where you can put your car in?
Must be, yeah.
Do you reckon? Like how when you go to like, Ireland, Dublin?
Must be able to like get to New York or something.
Morgan Wallen comments on this video, you will drive to Alabama.
Yeah, we'd have to probably start now. Shall I Google see how long?
Yeah. And if he comments on this video, if he could give us 2 free tickets to stand on my boat.
Tickets.
Because right now we've got nothing. We got the car. I don't reckon you can drive.
We'd have to go from here to New York to Alabama.
Yeah.
17 to 20 hours.
Yeah, but that's consistent. What happens if our ferry in? That's a like non-stop, so it's gonna take you probably 3 days.
Nah.
2 days at least.
Nah, that's sweet. We'll be there.
If Morgan Wallen comments. Is it only counting the actual driving, not the
Yeah, it's
ferry?
only counting the actual driving.
Because it's 14 hours from New York to Alabama, and we're also going right to the bottom of Alabama, the Gulf Shores. Not that we're going.
We're not going, are
Because
we?
Morgan Wallen ain't going to comment on this. But you never know, we might. He might comment on this, and you might have
That
to
would
do
be
it.
so long.
It's next month as well, so...
That's some serious planning.
You shouldn't have said it now. It's going to be on the pod as well, so...
It's facts.
It
Like
is
we said,
facts now.
anything that has been said in this is pure factual.
Ed Sheeran on Call Her Daddy.
Not seen it.
Have you even seen the clips?
I've not seen any of it.
So Ed Sheeran went on Call Her Daddy. What's
Bro
the
is just
name?
popping up everywhere at the moment.
He was posted in Nashville when we was at Country to Country for St Patrick's Day. He even done a pop-up in London the other day.
He was at the Bluebird.
Yeah, he was at the Bluebird with Megan Maroney.
Yeah.
And he...
That's sick.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Bluebird as in how you get in. Like, I think you can queue, you can buy a ticket. Probably impossible to get a ticket to the Bluebird.
Yeah, if you know, let us know.
Yeah, because that is something I really do want to do. If it's impossible, I'd rather someone just say, don't waste your time. But he's gone on Call Her Daddy and she has asked about country music, and he's basically said that his end goal would be to move to Nashville and do country music, but he feels like you can't dip your toes in it, like you're in or you're out in country music. Probably a bit of a dig to someone.
Yeah, a little.
And he has said he's wrote country songs before, he's just never released them.
But I think it's just different, isn't it? Because he would do it properly.
Yeah, I feel like Ed
And
Sheeran would do it properly.
he's already got like the actual musical talent.
Oh,
Sorry, Beyonce. Thank you, Beyonce. No, but he has, though, innit? Like,
I don't feel like
he can stand on stage with a guitar and sing anything.
Well, doesn't he do his backing music or something himself with that thing on the floor?
His little foot pedal.
Yeah, or something. Again, maybe fact check that.
No, that is a fact.
Is that true?
That one is a fact.
Some of his music isn't a million miles away from country music.
Especially like modern country music.
Yeah, like modern country music. It's not a million miles away from it.
No, he could stand on stage with a guitar
you know what?
sing anything.
I wouldn't be annoyed if he just dipped his toes in country music.
I wouldn't.
If I'm honest. I feel like Ed Sheeran can do what he wants.
Yeah, he can.
I wouldn't be done in.
Someone else on the other hand,
Yeah,
winning awards for it, a little bit too far. It was just out of the blue though.
he said he wants to like move to Nashville, like he loves Nashville. It'll be interesting to see, like, is Post Malone's new album gonna be country music, or is he gonna go back to what he was doing? Like, no one knows.
Has he got a new album?
I feel like he said something about a new album, writing a new album or something. He's gonna bring out another album at some point in his life, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is that gonna be country music, or is he gonna go back to what he was doing?
No, I think it will. I think he's in it.
I think he's
in it for the long run. Do you ever just like see his outfits just on a day to day? Just sick, innit?
I love Post Malone though. I like his old music, his country music.
Yeah, he's just a beast. I think if Ed Sheeran does it,
I feel like he's already got a win, whether he meant it or not. He's now sounding like respectful to country music and country music fans.
yeah, but he's also not just gonna put on the biggest cowboy hat he can find.
Yeah.
Do his album cover on the back of a horse and like fancy dress it. It'll just be like purely sound.
I've still never seen Ed Sheeran live though. Any concert we go to, Ed Sheeran will be there the night before or the night after.
Yeah.
Never the night we're there. Never been that lucky.
Nah.
It has been very factual, this podcast, hasn't it? We'll have to do
It's been very serious.
The next thing isn't serious. Ernest and Snoop Dogg. I love that song. You don't.
I don't hate it.
No, but I love it. I've been so excited for this song to come out. I used to have a Snoop Dogg t-shirt and everything.
You used to have like a teddy bear dog.
Snoop Dogg and Snoop Dogg's missus.
Yeah,
yeah. This collab couldn't have been better for me.
I don't know. I think the TikTok clips are better than the actual song.
No, but I do like that
Personally,
song.
Don't know how I feel about it.
It is a weird one though. It doesn't sound right, if you know what I mean, but I do like it.
Yeah, I respect it, but that one bit, Mama's in the kitchen,
like
talking on the telephone.
Shit. That's not said in the pod.
That's going in.
That ain't going in the pod.
That's going.
But you know what bit I'm on about?
Yeah, I know what you're on about.
No one hyped up though. It wasn't hyped up.
It was.
No, it wasn't. I've not seen no one talk about it though. I've seen the clips that they've posted, but I've seen no one talk about Snoop Dogg and Ernest.
I just don't know if it's a banger like that.
I like it though.
No, Ernest is he's just there, isn't he?
But
he's like the underground, underrated legend.
He was at Morgan Wallen Hyde Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't feel anyone was excited for him.
I was so
excited for. And when he sang, what's that song with Jelly Roll? I went to college. And I went to jail.
One was a dorm.
One was. That is such an underrated song.
What's your favourite bit of that song?
This bit here.
Went to college.
I went 4048 2nd Avenue North, Criminal Justice Center. That is the best part of that song.
That is a
What
banger.
other songs does Ernest have?
It's a good question.
Flower Shops with
Flower
more
Shops
than
is a
banger.
bang.
Coy Girls.
Slow Dancing in a Burning Room. I do reckon most of his like big tunes have big features.
I did hear him say somewhere if it went from Morgan Wallen he'd be broke.
Yeah,
And I
probably.
thought, do you know what? Respect it.
And if it is for Morgan Wallen, I'll be broke. And my car will be broke.
Oh yeah.
Driving 5,000 miles.
No, I like that. I like Ernest. We've got to give Jake, if he's going to stay on the podcast, we've got to give him these few minutes to talk about Wheel and Wire. I do really like it, but I've not really listened to this new song.
It's a banger. He's got 2 new tunes actually, album pending. I'd be delighted.
I have listened to it. It is in our playlist.
It's an absolute bop. Again, it's a bit of a slow jam. But then, bro made that tune about his ex, now ex, about his missus at the time.
Yeah.
And by the time it come out to release, they'd like split up.
Yeah, no, that's Pete.
Did you not see TikTok?
No.
The bro was just standing there like this. He's like, yeah, great time for this song to come out. I think it was like ages ago. I think it was like near like Valentine's Day or something. And then his next one was like him and his dog, Happy Valentine's Day, with this song in the background.
Yeah, no, that is Pete.
What's the other one called? Smoke and Embers.
Oh, is this the one I've listened to, I think? I like this Willow Avalon.
So don't come home.
Yeah, no, that is a
Her
banger.
voice is sick.
You know, I do like
I'd love
that
to
one.
have that accent.
And that was episode 2 of Chatting in the Country. Are you going to be in episode 3?
If you can persuade me, probably won't take a lot of persuading, then I mean, it is fun. I do enjoy it.
I hope everyone listening's enjoying as well.
Yeah,
Probably
it was a bit
not.
more serious today though.
Yeah.
Also, didn't just burst into laughter every 30 seconds when we started.
Yeah.
And,
We need to do something interesting. We need to do something in the country music.
Yeah, we need some new stories. We've probably still got more country to country stories we could
Yeah,
tell,
but we can't keep rinsing country to country.
Nah.
But we do have an upload time as well now. We didn't have that last week. Tuesday, 6 PM, YouTube or Spotify. But I hope you enjoyed this week. We're going to be back next week. We're actually going to go a little Nashville next weekend.
We are.
Bank holiday. So hopefully we'll have some good stories to tell from that.
Maybe
Might
some
even get
videos.
a little vlog out of us.
Little
I want to
vlog.
buy a Osmo Pocket. Let's just do, or the Canon one, so we can vlog a bit more at these things.
I don't know if anyone wants to see us trying to dance. I don't know if I want to see me try and dance.
No, I don't want to see me try and dance. But we will see you all next week. As said, please do give us a follow on TikTok. And that's everything for this week.
Thanks for chatting.
In the country.